It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
stoppers, fly at 'em like choppers. Better cook those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, guys. But I'm up now, we all too late to fall. Yeah, anyone coming, I'ma lift them all. Never look down when there's risk involved. They got guts, gotta learn, I gotta wish it off. Ain't got no feelings, we just floating. Yeah, I'm that grain of sand that made it out the ocean. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
So rise up.
Choppers, better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, guys.
What is up, traders? How are we doing today? It's a Saturday and here we are. We're just studying, looking at VPA on Brady's channel. Welcome everyone new to the building. All right, let's hit that, switch my screens here. Bam, there he is, Brady. We'd love to see it. How are we doing, everyone? This is gonna be a crazy stream today. Let's go! Woo! Love it. All right. So let me just go through here. Welcome, Mr. Tony Stark. Welcome, Miguel. BTMN. Welcome. Brom. Welcome. A lot of new faces in the chat today. We'd love to see it. Hey, there's Rick. What's up? Diamond Brain. Diamond Brain. So everyone new to the chat, we have two emotes right now. One is Diamond Brain. It's kind of like Diamond Hands, but if you have a really good idea. And then the other one is No Fear for Mr. Fearless Trader. We've been working together a lot recently in the Discords, everything like that. We're going to combine the Discords probably at some point. But for everyone new, I'm a day trader, sometimes a short-term swing trader as well. So, and I use a lot of more like technical analysis, kind of like Rock Catch and Bob. He kind of taught me everything that I know. All right. Hey, Dev, how's it going? All right, I'm just going to shout out some followers, guys. We had a lot. Patrick Swayze, thank you for the follow, sir. Junalo, thank you for the follow. Timon, Mosstars, subscribe with Prime. Let's go. Riley Morehouse, Espen, Scalper Ryan. Thank you, Scalper Ryan. We'd love to see you. You are legendary. We got Central, Jordan, D. Howard, MC Hammer. What a beesh. Trader Joe Atlas, I saw you in Brady's stream earlier. How you doing? Brahm and BTMN. Thank you guys so much for following, hitting that follow button. We love to see you in here. It's a pretty fun stream that we do over here, guys. So I appreciate you coming in. You are all legendary. All right. We got another follow. Thank you so much. Sean, appreciate it. We're going to kind of get things going here, guys. We have Brady for roughly an hour, something like that. So we're just going to kind of do sort of PGR style. I'm going to mute the music when he comes on so you can hear him perfectly. Yeah, how we doing today? Was it a good week? Throw a 1 in the chat if you had a good trading week this week. It seemed pretty fire some of the days for small caps and stuff. So, good week. I agree. It was an awesome week. All right, guys. I guess without further ado, as they say, right? We will get Brady in the chat here, all right? So, let's pull him up. Hey, Brady.
Hey, Aaron.
How are you? How are we doing today?
Yeah, am I live now?
Yeah, you're live now. So, if someone could post in the chat if you can hear Brady okay. Say anything.
Hey, oh yeah, good to meet everyone. Thanks for having me, 100 million. So, yeah, glad to be here on a Saturday. Just thought I would say hello to all your viewers.
Awesome, that's great. I really appreciate you coming on, man. That's huge. I mean, I'm just kind of starting out. I'm not. I would consider myself maybe a moderate trader at best. But basically, what I do on this stream is, we do these interviews on the weekends and stuff like that. Have a little bit of fun. And during the weeks, I try to do some live day trading streams.
Okay.
I'll chart stuff out and kind of play off support and resistance, stuff like that. Just sort of your basic stuff, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I thought it'd be great to have you on doing the VPA and like your stream earlier was great, going over all those candles. I've been learning a ton from your streams, man. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you. I work hard on putting those sessions together. So.
Yeah, it definitely shows. Like your notes and everything like that. I really like that. That's a great idea. And just because it's so much easier to kind of remember everything and jot it down if you're actually writing through it, right? I like that you don't just hand them out to people. They have to put a little bit of effort in. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so the goal is to have the screenshot, to have the visual, and then kind of me talking. So it's a combination thereof. So that's how I learn. Some people are different, but they can kind of adapt their approach accordingly. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so I think we'll kind of get things rolling here. What I'm interested in, and I think a lot of people are, is I know you're, we did the PGR thing or whatever, but we're going to kind of do that here a little bit. So how did you actually end up starting trading? Like, how did you discover it? Like, for me, a few years ago, a buddy of mine was just like, yeah, it's better than banks. You buy the SPY and you just wait. And I was like, perfect, let's do that. So what was it for you?
Yeah, so I actually started out maybe 8 years ago, kind of fundamentally trading, and I didn't really get very far. And by that, I basically meant, I used to work in mergers and acquisitions, so I kind of learned the financial models and the valuation. Even when I was in school, I went to NYU. I was learning kind of like all these fundamentals. I was reading Seeking Alpha articles, and it really didn't take me very far. So about 3.5, 4 years ago, I started to trade technically. So that's kind of all the charts that you see on my streams now. They've kind of changed over time. I had a mentor named Kevin who was quite good. I mentioned him on my stream a couple of times. He was a big indicator guy, and but he also taught me other stuff and like divergences and kind of the usual stuff that goes with indicators. And that actually helped me improve my game to where I was starting to master these indicators, and then I was starting to see a little more consistency in my profitability a little bit. But it wasn't kind of where I wanted to be, right? I wanted to replicate an entire year's income, right, in a short period of time, right? Or I mean, in a year, right? So just to start. And then so it wasn't until actually like kind of COVID March May environment that I really started to percolate a little bit because I'd spent a lot of years kind of trying to master technicals, and what I noticed was that when I got rid of all the indicators on my charts, and just had a clean chart, I basically just used volume and price now. It made me feel good, and I became like a better trader because of it. So I mean that was the kind of first step, and then the second step was as I mentioned kind of a lot of my streams and everywhere else and Atlas trading like this game isn't all about technicals, right? You can be the best chartist in the world, but if you have no psychology, right, you don't know how to manage emotions. If you don't know the game, like if you don't know, like okay, you don't understand that, hey, market makers, kind of these big guys, insiders, whatever, they're purchasing over here at this price and why. Then all you're doing is you're drawing support lines, and then it's going to fall through another support line, and then, you're basically just guessing. So you're a little bit better than when you started, but you're still guessing, right? You're not kind of So that was the next kind of level. Like I started learning about seasonality, right? But large caps and small caps, there is season, and seasonality is a real thing, right? There's weaker months, stronger months, and winter tends to be kind of that stronger type of month, both for small and large cap, right? So I mean, those are the type of elements that like you have to know. Hey, I'm going to scale back, here, and you might be, hey, I'm going to make less. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to preserve your capital, but then you make more when it really matters, right? Like we saw this January, November, oversold rally post elections. So that's the general gist. Not to be too long-winded.
No. That's good. That's good. That's awesome. So, you recently quit your job to trade full time. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I used to do mergers and acquisitions, which is kind of like we would act as advisors to companies that basically want to sell their assets. It could be kind of a large kind of greater Fortune 500 trying to sell one of their assets, or it could be just kind of an entrepreneur, right? Who's he or she has grown their business super large, and it's a great business, and they're looking to sell it for X price, right? So that's what I used to do before. I did it for a while. It was a competitive field, but it taught me a lot of things about kind of just work ethic, hard work. I learned from some really good people. It didn't translate so much into trading, to be honest, but it did help me kind of build certain skills that I don't think I would have. Like I'm pretty thick-skinned, just from working in the industry, and it's helped my trading where I feel emotionless almost, and I just try to trade. Obviously, I care about my family and girlfriend and so on and so forth, but when I'm trading, I just try to, leave the emotions out. I just turn it off, and then, I execute my plan.
Right. Got you. So, how did you master the emotion things? And a lot of traders struggle with that. They'll be red first thing in the morning, and then they'll keep chasing and just end up digging a bigger hole. So, what was the biggest realization for you that you had to really cut your emotions out?
Yeah. So let me actually be clear on that. So knowledge is power, and I know it's like it's a very kind of common saying, but let me kind of provide a little bit more specificity.
Yeah.
So by that I basically mean volume price analysis, right? you look at a volume bar, you look at price, right? Now, volume price analysis isn't as easy as like, hey, I know this one thing and I'm good. Right? There are many different kind of iterations, anomalies that you'll see over time when you day trade, swing trade. Doesn't matter what you do, long-term investing, it's all the same thing. Volume price analysis can be applied on any time frame, any whatever, right? And all of you know, I recommend kind of the Anna Coling kind of complete guide to volume price analysis books. And so, in terms of conquering emotions, volume price analysis really helped me do that, believe it or not, because I was very confident in the sense that I knew what was going on, and by me being aware of what was going on, when something didn't go to plan, like I would get a signal that it's not going to plan, and yeah, it sucks to take losses, whatever, but I was very aware. Like I wasn't like when I took a loss, I was aware why it happened. I wasn't like, oh wait, why did I lose money? I don't understand.
Right.
I mean, like I very kind of clear, in my mind, I know, hey, I lost money because of this reason. Because, for example, the higher low broke, and then VPA started to fall apart, right? And then when you have a double bottom, it becomes a riskier play, right? Versus a higher low in the middle of an uptrend, right? You're playing the front side of the trade versus the back side of the trade.
Gotcha.
So VPA really kind of helped with that psychology. So, I mean, obviously that's the first part, right? And by knowledge, a lot of people are wondering, hey, where am I going to start? There's so many resources out there. I honestly think volume price analysis is the place to start. It might take you 12 months. You may feel like you're not making any progress, but, and you might be tempted to use an indicator, which is fine for scanners and stuff. But, to really kind of train yourself beyond that, that was kind of the game changer for me. And that's why it had nothing to do with COVID or whatever. Obviously, COVID was a hot market, but it had to do mainly with, that's when I started to master volume price analysis.
Right, got it.
Yeah, and then the second part of that is so regular psychology, right? Over time, I've seen more and more setups, and I've seen certain things that repeat. And I basically know, like, I can almost assign a probability in my head that a support level is going to stay or break. Now, that's not only based on technicals, that's also based on, the volume profile, all that other stuff, but it's also based on kind of like, I've traded a lot of the small caps for a while, obviously not as much as, some other, big hitters that have been around for 20 years,
right.
But I've traded them for a while. I mean, you only need actually 1 year. But anyways, I've been trading them for a couple years, and so I started to pick up on patterns and, 3.5, 4 years. Started pick up on recognizing tickers that happen, and then you really kind of get used to kind of seeing them hit, and then you kind of know their personalities, right? Each ticker has their individual personalities. Like from Atlas, Incredible Bob knows bios incredibly well. You'll know like, oh, okay, this company, they have a really good PR department, right? And they like to do PRs at 12 o'clock, right? That's like very specific information, but
right.
It's the type of stuff that experience helps you build. So, obviously when you start out, you're not going to have, 3.5, 4 years, whatever behind you. But I think the VPA is definitely a game changer, and it'll make you feel more confident.
Wow.
And then it's just trading more. Like you need more screen time. So, some swing traders, I'm actually a short-term swing trader, as you may know, right? Like I called them 12 plays, 9 of them went in 72 hours, right? I took higher lows, prior, secondary bounces. But, the whole thing with this is it's a strategy I developed, right? So, like, you can develop your own strategy your own way. But, I think that kind of swinging a position for a really long time is fine, right? But like, if you really want to kind of learn, right, it's okay if you have a full-time job. Like, you need to take some more positions, and you just got to, like, I don't mean, like, take 15 positions at once, but you need to trade more, right, to build that experience, because then you just know one play for, like, an entire year, which is not a bad thing, but, like, you just, like, screen time really helps. So if you have a full-time job, you can't day trade like everybody else, but you can still look for multiple types of swing plays and setups and learn from each one. Okay, why did this fail? It failed because the higher low didn't work out. Why did the higher low not work out? Maybe it was the market, right? Because we're in a weaker seasonal market. It has nothing to do with the technicals. It's just a weaker seasonal market, right? It's little properties like that.
No, I hear you. So the VPA book that you read, I think you said you read it, like 37 times? That's great. Where can the newer traders find that?
So I don't think it's an expensive book. It's a complete guide to volume price analysis. So it might be like $20. I haven't checked. And so yeah, so I mean that's basically it. I mean I think it's well worth. It's a game changing book, and it costs like $20. So it's really not like if you have a full time job, that's nothing, right? And if you trade, probably losing more than $20 in a trade, just from whatever. So I mean like there's like $5,000 courses out there or whatever. You're gonna invest in $5,000 courses that aren't gonna help you. You might as well just invest in a $20 book that will help you.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or you just lose $20 on a trade, right? That's the link that Deb posted there for anyone interested in purchasing the VPA book. It's a great book. I recommend it. Brady has read it 37 times. Not sponsored.
Is this the same Deb that I know? The Deb 922? Is that her digits?
Oh yeah, that's Deb.
Okay, cool. Oh, nice.
That's the
Deb.
Deb.
I'm not. Then it would be like interference. So I was just curious. Cool.
Okay, yeah. So another thing I was wondering, do you recommend recording all of your trades? Do you do that, and how do you do that?
So what do you mean by recording? Yeah, I think I know what you mean, but if you can clarify that.
Yeah, just like why you entered, why you exited, where you put your stop loss. Maybe you got stopped out, something like that. Like, do you recommend for newer traders to do something like that?
That's a very intensive process. I know Rodesa, also from Atlas, might have done it a few times because then you can see yourself kind of trading throughout the entire day. I've actually never done that before. I use oh man, I forgot the name of the tool for some reason. But Thinkorswim has a feature where you can kind of roll back in real time. I don't know why I can't remember it, but it's like playback or something. I don't remember. But it has a feature where you basically can play back, what happened during the day, right, and then watch it happen. So you can look at level 2 during that time in sales. You can look at the chart, right, and it kind of moving throughout the day. Yeah, I mean, basically, to be honest, the reason I think there's nothing wrong with doing it. It all depends on your learning style. For me, it wasn't like when I trade something, I know where I entered and where I had my exit. If I'm taking a trade, I'm very well aware of what I'm doing, and so I make a mistake. It's very easy for me to review because I know exactly kind of where I bought and sold. And, So it's not really. It hasn't been necessary for me, but yeah, that's just me personally.
Yeah, I hear you. Now I have a few questions from one of my moderators. Let me pull that up. We had some good ones. So, you want to talk a little bit about sectors?
Yeah. So you mean like small cap sectors?
Yeah. So, I have a question here. What are some signs that a sector is coming to an end, and can you tell where it's going to go next? And you can elaborate.
So, So, on my streams, I talk a lot about kind of small cap sectors. So there's a lot of small cap sectors. There's BLM, right? You saw that go up. There's semiconductor shortage, and they tend to be tied to world events, right? So semiconductor shortage, right? U.S., right? Biden bill, so on, right? Biden, EVs, right? Solar energy, because they're trying to, kind of do less fossil fuel generated, power. And there's other sectors under $1 theme, right? Because things are going to try to run up to $1. There's So I mean, there's a lot that I mentioned over time. In terms of obviously it's not a crystal ball, right, where you can figure out exactly when. But what I like to do is, as you see in a lot of my streams, right, if something is in a downtrend, that means it's not ready to go back up. And so normally, a lot of sectors, right, let's say Tilray, SNDL, whatever, right, they're kind of the leaders in wheat, and obviously they're Canadian, there's, U.S. versions, but if you see them kind of going in a downtrend, they're not going to really turn up fully, right, for a big uptrend until it consolidates, and then it's going to make a higher low, right, and then kind of stair step after that. So a lot of people try to buy that kind of downtrend that's happening, right? And yeah, you can get a move, right? But the move is unlikely to sustain itself until you get consolidation. So you need to wait for the downtrend to end. So in terms of anticipation, right, you tie them to kind of world events, right? The other thing to do is, obviously my scanner helps me out. I don't reveal those settings, but my scanner helps, pick up hits. You've seen this in the Atlas Trading kind of Discord. So, there's little hints in some of my streams. So, obviously, you can do the legwork. And like I have very different scanner settings than some other, people in Atlas. But it accomplishes the same thing, right? Like where you're trying to pick up hits, you're trying to pick up, like what's going on, and you mess around with those settings, and that helps. But that's not really a kind of like a golden ticket, as I like to call it. It's you got to understand like kind of world events and how they're kind of tied together. BLM, right? Think about think about Juneteenth, right? What happened to Juneteenth? Kind of BLM tickers last time, right? They went super parabolic, right? So little things like that, you just kind of build up knowledge over time. And, don't think that, if you're not first to the move, you missed it. No, there's always a higher low. And that's the concept I really like to talk about. Like after consolidation, after it rips once, it's not just going to go to the moon in kind of a diagonal fashion. It's going to kind of, move up, and it's going to dip, and then it's going to start stair-stepping. So you usually will have the ability to buy a higher low dip, which you might be like, hey, I want to buy at the cheapest price. Why am I going to buy it, more expensive? That's not the right way to think about it, because, it's all about time, right? And I've demonstrated this before where you could have bought at the same price, 2 months ago, but then this time you're getting the move on the way up. So you wait less and you make money faster, and you learn more because you're taking more plays. Now, obviously, I know how to play a backside of the trade too, but there's a reason why. Like if I see enough, front side of trades, why would I go and take a lower probability trade?
Got you. So are you? I know you're mostly swing trading, but when you take a day trade, what makes you decide to take that trade? What are you looking for?
Yeah, so I actually day trade a lot.
Okay.
Starting. So
No.
When you quit, you to day trade. And so I've been doing some videos on some past runners like PRPO, COCP, BLRX, LEDS, Mosey, and I think many of you have seen those. Those are kind of the trading recap videos. But basically I have a system in place. I learned a lot of it from Rodesa. So I taught him swings. He taught me some day trading, and I kind of mixed it with some stuff I already knew. And so I draw levels, as everybody know, on the kind of daily 4-hour kind of higher time frames, right? Those are the higher time frames, and those higher time frame, kind of support resistance levels converts to intraday. So my system is, as you probably know, I combine VPA with levels.
Yeah.
So if I know levels and I can read VPA, I know the probability it's going to hold a level. And then in terms of volume, I like to attack the low volume pullbacks, and then I use VPA to kind of measure my exits, right? And you all know, let's say I buy a low volume pullback. I'm not selling on a low volume pullback. I'm buying a low volume pullback, so I wait for the first spike. And after the first spike, I wait at least another candle to see what it tells me. And usually, this is just trading literally on a 5-minute chart. Usually you will have multiple kind of 5-minute candles, and I've demonstrated this before, like 3, 4, 5, before it really kind of goes against you. Obviously, there's that kind of like you could get a knife candle, high volume selling, but that should be those are like super obvious. Okay. Otherwise, volume price analysis, you can see you're day trading. If you know VPA, you don't need any indicator, because what can happen to an indicator is they'll I don't know what they all do, but they can turn green and then go red again, right? And then turn green again and red again, right? It's like completely. The reason I like volume price analysis is because it is a leading indicator. It is not lagging. You're anticipating stuff before it happens. You can do this on any time frame, swings, 3 years, 6 years, whatever, long-term trading, day trading, whatever you want, hourly trading, it doesn't matter. So, obviously I specialized in short-term swings because I had to. I had a job, right, a very demanding one. And, but then, obviously I learned how to day trade kind of way back. And Rodesa helped me kind of revise my system, and it was really great. And so, once I quit, I started day trading when the swing market wasn't as great, but I still take short-term swings. Now, the thing to realize is short-term swings can still make money in a tough market. It's just you have to be very precise and selective, and they need to be short-term. Like, if anybody kind of, I posted like 12 plays this week, right? I'm not about alerts at all, right? But it's about the system, right? Kind of see they're all about higher lows, right? They're kind of like on their way up, right? It's a prior runner. There's a true catalyst, right? It's like low flow, semiconductor, matches the theme, U.S. theme, Biden, right? This is RELL, right? Or OCGN, right? These are kind of the little themes that I look for when I trade. So that's kind of some detailed perspective.
No, that's great. We have a question in the chat from Dr. Luca. Please try to discuss trading around a core. It's something I've been trying to master.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a video on that because
yeah.
And I'm gonna need a lot of tools, but I'm gonna do a detailed video on that for at some point in the future, probably soon. But yeah, so I trade around a core. I mean, basically the concept is that let's say you have $100 and that's one position. I'm basically trading like 75% of it, right, in certain markets, or 50% of it, or 25% of it, and then the rest is the core, right? So just think about it this way, right? If your stock like Virgin Galactic hasn't gone up yet, then you're more likely to hold the core because it hasn't even popped. You're not selling like 0.5% return. It has barely popped. But when it starts to pop once, you can leave some to ride on the core, and then you can keep scalping around it. By scalping around it, I mean like you can take like 5, 6, 7% moves on X% of your position, and you're still holding the upside, or you can just pick something else. So the whole goal behind this is trading around a core. Is the reason I like this a lot when I was working full time, and even when I'm not working full time and doing this full time. I really like the fact that you can, like a good example is Wafu. Wafu we had mentioned in the stream a couple times. It popped 4 to 5 times, and then it failed on the last one. So those 4 to 5 times, it popped anywhere from like 5 to 20%. So if you, or 5, 6 times, right? So if you add that up, literally, and then a couple times it went up more. Literally, it's adding up to a 50, 60% return. You basically, with house money, you've gained like, a 50, 60% return in less than 4 days, and you still have a core position. And, obviously I was leaving a little bit less of my core because, look at the market, right?
Yeah.
Look at small capital, all in a downtrend, right? When the market was super hot in December, January, and Scalper Ryan from Alice knows this too, like I was keeping a larger percentage of my core and scalping whatever because I could, right? And it was like it was a good market. It's just, it was easy for me to do that. And so this way, like you're also picking up skills, right? Because like you're playing a play that and you're picking up skills in the meantime. Like Layback does this all the time. He has like tickers like Snow, Love, and Large Cap World. He just loves trading them. Blink, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
And he recycles it. When they're ready, he recycles it. I do the exact same thing over like 4,000 whatever tickers. Over time, obviously. So, and I wait for them to be ready, and then I play them again. Like BOXL was kind of one of my favorite 3D printing plays that did something similar to that. And it had like multiple 10 to 20% moves in like, 4 days or something like that. IMTE, before it kind of dropped to current levels, did the same thing. So all these things, you could basically scalp around a core, and I'm not talking 0.5%. I'm talking like an actual like 5, 7% move, and then you maintain the upside. And the reason I know there's upside is because if I'm buying a higher low is supposed to mean stair-stepping towards a breakout. So I get the breakout potentially, and I also get the kind of the mini gains to build up a cushion in this type of environment, and to basically give myself cash at X times of the year, whenever.
Yeah. That's great. So I have another question just from myself. So do you, like Laid Back has, stocks that he likes and he knows the sectors well, like Incredible Bob, same thing. Do you have sectors you prefer? And I guess you're saying you did, right? And you have certain stocks you keep kind of going back to as well and just kind of know how they move?
Yeah, so I'm not very biased. If a sector is in a uptrend, I will attack it. So like after the first NFT run, there's usually a secondary bounce. And as you mentioned, kind of like I mentioned it, and then 3 days later, kind of a lot of the tinkers went 30, 40, 50%. But I was playing them well before that because I was getting ready for that kind of, consolidation, potential lower high. And yeah, it might break out later, but then, it's just, I look for sectors that have an uptrend. So it's not like I don't pick favorites, but there are tickers that I just know really well. Like back when I was trading weed, SNDL was just something I could trade really well and comfortably. Now it's just kind of a thick float. It's a little harder to move, and it's just like it's kind of a slugger, right? It takes too long, and it's just it's not as interesting, right? And yeah, that's the whole premise.
Gotcha. So we had Deb in the chat. Deb wants to say hi to Brady. So hello, Brady, from Deb.
Deb, hello. So, Deb was kind enough to. The reason my channel has emotes is because of Deb, and she's very humble. She says that all I did was copy and paste stuff, but she gave me ideas, right? That I can, I had no idea what was going on, and this might be related to Twitch, but it's the same thing with trading, right? You never know what you can learn from another person. Like, I taught Rodesa swings. Rodesa was horrible at swings. One of the worst players ever. And made him better and made him think about timing. And then Rodesa made me a much better kind of, day trader. So, I was kind of, improved from my prior form. So, you have friends who help each other out, right? And Rodesa knows this. He was like, yeah, I am a horrible swing trader. So he was like, man, every time I hold, they just don't go. So,
what am I waiting for?
Right. But, as you all know, Rodesa is a extremely elite day trading kind of, machine. And very good, naked trading, well trained by a lot of the, Atlas OGs. And so, so this is where you learn from others. So Deb taught me about, Twitch. And hopefully I was able to teach her about following price now.
Yeah, right. So there's a few traders that would like to say hi. One is White Goodman, et cetera, et cetera. I won't go listen to all of them, but I'm really curious.
Everybody.
Hello, everybody. Brady sees you, all right? Brady sees all of you. These guys are crazy. JV Paperstack says, if I'm not intermittently screaming through the interview, he's gonna be pissed. Usually I'm pretty hyped up. Usually my streams. For my interviews, I try to kind of take a back seat and do some more listening. But I'm usually shouting and stuff when everything's getting pumped. Sorry. What was that?
No, for sure. Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah. I have a question about your piano playing, man. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah, no, I started playing when I was 5 years old. I got trained by a prodigy, actually.
No way.
She was very mean. She'd slap my and she'd be like, this is so easy. I don't understand why you're struggling. I was like, number one, teacher, I am 5 years old. There's no need to... And, my brother and I learned from her. But she was a prodigy. She studied abroad. She went to Juilliard. She was just super amazing. But she did make me extremely good. I was also born with perfect pitch, so
wow.
I can hear a kind of note and then or hear a sound whatever and then know kind of what it is. So if I really wanted to, I could have composed music, whatever, if I was younger. But I was blessed to have that combined with that. But I was always using my talent for other things. I was a big kind of hip hop person back when I was young, and then I would be playing hip hop songs and the whole Eminem stuff. I was a big Eminem thing, and I'd be just playing 8 Mile or whatever.
Man, that's
you'd be
sick.
Using your talent for.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of my parents. My parents taught me how to play the piano. They taught me how to play tennis really well. I got trained at the USTA side of the U.S. Open. I was captain of my high school team, and then I also played college at NYU. And yeah, so I mean, they taught my brother and I, a lot of great things. I appreciate them a lot. But like, they never taught us how to swim, so I can't swim. They also never taught us how to ride a bike, so I can't ride a bike, embarrassingly enough. But you have these other talents, and I guess it is learnable after that.
No, that's funny. So with your perfect pitch, like I'm a guitar player, and
Okay.
I really like Joe Satriani. He's probably my favorite.
Okay.
So he has perfect pitch as well, and he can literally hear a chord, like a guitar chord or a chord on piano, and he can pick out every single note in that. Is that like something you can do? That's in your belt?
Oh, that's very impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think I'm 100% of the way there.
Okay.
Single notes easy for me, flats and sharps as well. I could probably do it, but it's just I don't think I've tested it enough. So I would need to kind of train it a little bit, and but yeah, that's kind of the general gist.
Man, that's awesome. I'm gonna just because Brady's on stream and we're kind of having some fun. I'm gonna drop a few subs for anyone who's new to the channel. Hopefully you get some, but I'll see what I can do here in a second. Any questions for Brady from the chat? We'd love to see some questions. It's kind of a sort of open, sort of chill chat room right now. So if anyone has any good questions for Brady, well, we have them. We have another maybe 15 minutes, something like that, 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll let you go. But Deb wants to hear a song, Brady. Can you sing us a song?
Are you serious? No.
Yeah. He's not doing
it.
it, Deb. He's not singing a song, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I was a big Jason Mraz fan actually. So 100 on Million is a big. Yeah, I was a big kind of Jason Mraz fan. So
Right.
There's a song called Lucky. I think I really like that thing. So I don't know if I still remember the lyrics. Do you hear me? Talking to you across the water, across the deep blue. And I can't do that pitch.
Let's
right
go. Let's go.
Yeah, so I listen to a lot of stuff. Obviously, I'm a big Eminem fan and stuff. So have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protesting and demonstrated against. Picket signs from my
Wow.
wicked rhymes. Look at the time. Sick as the. Yeah, so I like that song. Clean Out My Closet. I really like that. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. So, anyways.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's,
Let's hear it. Woo! Let's go.
yeah, so that was pretty good. So
That's freaking sweet,
hopefully
man.
that was good enough for them.
Yeah, was that good, Deb? Is that what you're hoping for? Bro, every time I want to gift a sub, I can't find the freaking button, man.
Oh yeah, Twitch is super I don't know, involved.
I know. How do I lose the button? Because sometimes, so what do you use to stream? Do you use Twitch Studios or Streamlabs? What are you using?
I actually use OBS Studio. I tried Streamlabs, but then I had some quality issues on one of my streams, so I just went back. OBS Studio, I think, is an older version, but it's I have good clarity on it, and yeah, there's some disconnections, but I think it's because I'm using Wi-Fi and I'm not using an Ethernet cable, which I've basically started to implement today. So I think that should help.
Right on, right on. Yeah, because I was wondering, I was watching your stream earlier, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, where'd he go? He's gone.
Yeah, I had more issues today than I had in some past streams, so it is what it is. I think it's like traffic and dropping times and stuff. I don't think it's my internet, so yeah, I pay like $34.99 for gig internet. There's no reason why it should not be working.
Right, me too, man. I'm paying like $180 or something, but we have a question from Deb. She says, serious question. Let's get real.
Okay.
What sector does Brady think will heat up next? I mean, it's hard to say, but what do you think?
Well, yeah, usually I would have a view. We're just in a complete kind of shit environment right now.
Yeah, right?
Where yeah, but I mean, I do, okay, so just to point it out, I think there's a few little things kind of here and there Like I'm obviously looking at DXF, but that could be a singular play, but it could go off kind of by itself. We were here before kind of, Twitter was on it. That was a scalper Ryan alert, if you will. But yeah, I don't think, I'm thinking kind of, I mentioned this on the stream, but basically, like, I think the market is going to be, broader market, I'm not talking small cap market, it's going to be weaker in June. So if large caps sell off and Bitcoin sells off, then more volume in small caps. And then we've been seeing a lot of bios kind of like make bigger moves and starting to bottom out. So that could be a potential. And obviously bios isn't like, 15 sectors. It's like bios is, there's so many bio tickers out there. So that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, we just got to see, what kind of, I'm basically waiting for a pre-market gapper to really gap. Pre-market has been so quiet, you just sleep in. There's no point in even trading it. Usually pre-market actually has really good entries for day trades, but not this pre-market.
Yeah, because usually, you'd see something in pre-market run into like 60, 80% before pre-market's even been like an hour, right? And then typically that would run further, but we're just not seeing that right now.
Yeah. My two favorite trades for everybody kind of on the stream is the pre-market entry when, pre-market is alive. The pre-market entry, basically, there's a move up, and there's a dip, and there's a low volume dip. I don't just buy any random stuff. And it could either pop at open or, basically, make higher lows, whatever happens. That's actually one of my favorite trades. I can't do it now, but it's one of my favorite trades. The second one is I love the market open dip volatility and into a low volume pullback and then into making legs. Now this one, I try to pick the day trade that makes sense. So I'm looking at high volume. You all know this from kind of the streams, right? High volume, like I really none of this, like it needs to be a leader, right? Not just like some random, like I need to see leader properties. Preferably if it's lower float, that's where a lot of the small cap traders are going to kind of gravitate towards. We saw that with PRPO, CFCB, BLRX, LEDS, and there's so many things, right? SNMP, ARPO, right? That's where they're all going to gravitate, right? So that's where I'm kind of looking. So if there's a low float and a volume leader that's a low float, then I'll be paying very close attention.
Gotcha.
Those trades, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Any more questions for Brady? What's his opinion on SPACs right now? That was kind of answered. Thanks for putting this together. Yeah, no problem raising money. I really like doing this kind of stuff. It's fun to do on the weekends, kind of, take a break from stocks, have someone else on stream for once. Gives me a break from Oh, Deb, let's go!
Oh, what happened? I didn't see anything.
She's gifting a Tier 1 sub to Razor Money. Congratulations, Razor Money! Woo! We'd love to see it. And I'm also excited because when Deb did that, my button reappeared to gift subs.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. I everybody on the stream, you can still hear me. Like, it is a very tough road to make Twitch partner. So, I'm here to, support the boys who don't hate. So, that's the general gist.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I got affiliate. There you go. So whoever got those 5 subs there, that's from yours truly, Mr. 100. All right.
Nice.
Love to see it. Congratulations, everyone received a sub. Yeah, I'd love to try to hit that partnership. It would really help support the stream and kind of keep me coming back every day. I think. I must be kind of entertaining because people keep returning to the stream, so I don't know.
No. Yeah. So I mean, for everyone on the stream, I know you came for an interview, but like, no matter what you do, like Twitch, whatever, right? Like, I don't like this giving up nonsense. And I know there's a painful path, but everything's painful. It's not like it's not an easy road, for your career. So why would it be an easy road kind of doing that? Then the other thing I wanted to kind of mention is that you don't necessarily need to trade full time to be successful. There are ways to be a very good kind of, trader. Like, so what I'm trying to say is if you level up your trading, it will supplement your core income in a very, very big way. So you can do that too, especially when the market's like kind of slower, right? And you can't like bang bang, right? So just for everybody out there, right? Everybody wants to kind of quit their job, do this, which is fine, right? But the thing is, like, just know that this can also be a very good kind of really good side hustle, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's kind of the way I see it too. Like, I'm pretty lucky. I got a really nice job where basically my shifts, I work 12-hour days, but the shifts are split up, so I'll be off for like 3 days during the trading week. So for those 3 days, I can do the live trading streams, I can, trade the open or whatever, right? And so that my job kind of allows me to kind of do both. I've been learning mostly right now, but not making a killing or anything like that, but some extra money in the pocket. It's a nice side hustle. I love this community too. Lots of support, lots of love out there. So I just want to thank all you guys in the chat for being so supportive and coming back here all the time and listening to me talk about stupid stuff.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Anything else you want to talk about here? If you get partner, I'll get your real mouse. They always complain about my mouse hitting the table. I'm like, sorry. What is Brady's favorite Broadway show? Gotta see Lots living in Manhattan.
Hey, you know what's crazy is to that question, I really liked Matilda, whoever watched it, just because it was a fan favorite kind of me growing up. It's the kind of I forgot what grade she was in, but she was like a second, third grader maybe, I don't know. But she could point a finger and then she would make objects move with her finger. Super high IQ, but it's actually a pretty good Broadway show. It's not like one of the more famous kind of Wizard of Oz or Lion King, but it's really good. Anybody who's seen Dear Evan Hansen, this is before kind of COVID. I kind of like that one too, and so that was kind of a well done piece. I think it was ranked number 2 at the time, so on Broadway.
Is that good, Deb? Does that answer that? All right.
Yeah, I have a lot of interest, and so
yeah, no,
if
definitely.
you're a viewer, happy with it. Yeah.
I've seen Dear Evan Hansen 4 times. Nice, love it. So definitely gonna drag y'all out with me, ever get this figured out. Love it. So anything else for Mr. Brady before we kind of wrap things up here? Thanks so much for coming on stream today, Brady. I really appreciate it. I was pretty nervous coming into this today.
No, for sure. I was my first PGI interview. I was a little bit nervous and and a little shy too. But,
yeah, definitely.
But you kind of get over time, so getting better at it.
Yeah. And how do you find Twitch streaming? Did it come pretty natural to you, or when you first started, were you kind of like, man, what do I really do here?
Yeah, I was completely confused.
Yeah.
Because it's not like so a couple of things is like it's not like regular Zoom. You don't just press a button and go live. You have to download something and then go live. But you can't just download it. You need to kind of set up your screens. You got to set up your audio.
Yeah.
Right. And then people are giving you these emotes and you have no idea what they're doing. So,
Right.
and I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And people are trying Nightbot command. I was like, okay, what is this?
Right. And so there's other cool
Anyway.
stuff too. You can do watch parties, and I've seen this thing before where if we're streaming at the same time, we can link up, and then people can watch both of our streams together as we talk. So that's kind of interesting too. But there's all kinds of crazy things you can do on here. I'm just kind of at the front door looking in, what is this place? You know what I mean?
For everybody still kind of hanging around, I do think these Twitch streams really kind of change the world, or kind of the world we're in, because I didn't have these resources. I know I say this a lot when I started, and it's super valuable, right? I didn't even know why these plays were going up, and nobody would tell me why. It's sector rotations. This is nobody would tell me why. Now, obviously, you won't know all of it right away. But at least you have, kind of Rocket Catchy Bob has a great stream, or Desa, we all have different styles, but at least like, so Rock and Catch and Bob, he day trades, right? So if that's your thing, right, you go for it. Rodesa is also a day trader, but he kind of trades a little bit differently, right? Like, our RCB uses his SMA and EMAs, I think. I'm sorry if I don't. And trend lines, right? Whereas, like, Rodesa is just, hey, I'm pure naked, right? And then I'm a short-term swing trader because that's what I specialized in before that. But then I adapted basically Rodesa's day trading kind of techniques, and I combined it with my own. Like, Rodesa never used fibs before, and then we started using fibs, and then Rodesa's method really kind of jive with me, and then add a little bit of volume profile for me, right? And then all of a sudden you have a new technique, that's like still very clean, but provides a little bit of a confluence, if you will.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, anybody watching, like, definitely take advantage of these kind of, Twitch streams. It's a godsend, to be honest. And so, and don't think that, okay, I'm just going to day trade. Well, what if you get busy one day, right? Like, everybody has, people have families and whatever. What if you get busy someday? Short-term swing trading is extremely valuable, in my opinion, and that's kind of what I developed it for. And it's another skill set that you have if you don't want to sit at the screen all day long, right? For you to compound like a day trader. So that's why, like, okay, I'm just going to do day trades. But no, what if you get busy? What if you have a kid, right? Anybody who's an adult, right, has kind of, these things kind of in the background. So.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And just add on to that, like, with YouTube, like Rock Catch and Bob's YouTube and all that sort of stuff, and Twitch, like use the tools, guys. They're there for us all to learn together and make some, make some nice side hustle money, if you will. And I know, like, my thing on my Twitter and stuff is, I'll be a millionaire in 2 years. Pretty ambitious, but I'm giving myself a year to really just kind of make my mess ups, screw around, learn, and then next year I think is going to be a good year for me. But you got to give yourself room to fail a little bit and kind of learn these lessons, right, at the same time. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I haven't been playing with size, nothing like that yet. Just kind of going with the flow for now. Yeah. Any last advice for some new traders or traders that are kind of they've been read for a while now in this market?
Yes, so there's two key elements I just want to run in there. Like, if you don't take the time to kind of invest in volume price analysis, you're always going to be kind of blindsided, right? It doesn't matter whether you use kind of RCBs, SMAs, EMAs, or you use Rodesa's naked trading, or use indicators. Without any sort of volume price analysis understanding, you're gonna basically be blindsided. And in terms of like, oh yeah, my account has been bleeding, right, with small caps. Well, you would be able to see that before it happens, and you would know to cut. It's not just about cutting your losses. The VPA would tell you that you need to cut. So, like, literally, like, there's so many things out there in day trading and swing trading and long-term investing, right? But, like, volume price analysis, I really kind of want to hit it home because it's such a game changer, right? You know what's going on, so you know how to manage your risk. You almost may not even need to learn anything else. So,
yeah.
Like, when you have in your tool belt, you're kind of aware of the situation. So just kind of think about that a little bit, and I know it's going to take time to build, but when the market is slower, build those skills, and then when it's winter, bang bang, let's go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dive more into the VPA. So, because I've been playing a lot off my technicals and just like raw charting, but I haven't really applied VPA as of yet exactly. But yeah, we're definitely going to be looking into that in future streams. I really do want to start using that more because it just like the proof is in the pudding, right? Like it just works. It makes perfect sense. We love the streams that you're doing, Brady. I really, really appreciate that, and thank you for coming on again. We're 46 viewers right now, guys. That's insane. This is the highest viewer count I think I've ever had. That's pretty cool. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's what Twitch likes for partnership,
yeah,
viewership,
right?
and I think Deb can tell you. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions before we wrap things up here? Or I don't know if you have any questions for me, Brady. That's fine too. However you wanna.
No, I'm all kind of wrapped up for now.
Yeah.
The Knicks are at 7 p.m. Eastern. First time they made playoffs in years. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how good Joseph Randall is. So I've heard some good things.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
And then I'm out. So obviously a lot of people maybe on your stream right now, and then they've given me very nice restaurant recommendations. So I'm definitely gonna pick one of those locations and go for it.
Hell yeah, let's get it. All right, Brady. Thank you so much for coming on today. That was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll have you on again soon. That'd be awesome. But for now, I know I'll be watching this video back. We had so many great pieces of advice in there, guys. Definitely rewatch this one. And if you're not following Brady or myself, please, we really appreciate the support. And we're all here to learn together, guys, and kind of we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. You're in the right place. Let's put it that way. All right. Thanks a lot, Brady. And any last words before you jump out? Or is he already gone?
No.
Oh.
Nothing on my end. So hey, thanks everybody for thank you for having me. I appreciate I like hopping on these now that I'm less shy than I used to be.
Yeah.
So, it's good to kind of meet everyone, and hopefully kind of these streams help you kind of change your life over time, and whether you're working, whether you're doing whatever, right? Just never give up, and just keep going for it.
That's it, guys. 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Brady, for coming on today. That was Brady from Atlas Trading, guys. Can we get some Brady symbols in the chat? Yeah, slap those in there if you're subscribed to his channel. Maybe if you're subscribed to mine, throw the Diamond Brain up there as well. Thank you, Brady.
Yeah. Is that a new email that you got?
Yeah. So we're working on a few. Right now, I just have my sub badge is just a star because we haven't finished it yet. I'm going back and forth. What do you think, Brady? Between I want to do like a pile of cash, and the longer you're subscribed, the pile of cash gets bigger, or I was gonna do just like a 100, and it was gonna kind of change from like bronze to silver to gold, that sort of thing. What do you think?
Those are all interesting concepts. I actually like the first concept because it drives with your username. So when I made my emotes, Deb actually gave me inspiration to use my logo because everybody really liked it, and so so I think for you, it's I mean that kind of because your username is 100 to 1 million, and
right.
So it could just be like stacks built up over time, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have like 50 emote slots at some point. So
man, that's crazy.
So.
Yeah, right now we have we got Diamond Brain. It was just kind of a joke we made one time about Diamond Hands, and I was like, Diamond Brain is Diamond Hands, but for like something really smart. So I think that's kind of funny. And then we have No Fear as well.
Oh yeah, that's the whole Fearless thing, right? So I met Fearless recently. He invited me to learn a little bit about OTC. So that was cool.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. So for your logo, like, it looks sick. Like, what? How did you come up with your logo?
Oh, I have a guy.
Oh, okay.
His name is Vanny. Everybody on the kind of stream probably knows him by now. But I shout him out on every stream because he's done a lot for me. I initially commissioned him for a kind of graphic design, and we came up with this logo. There are a couple things I wanted to do, and then he kind of brought it to life.
Man, that's awesome.
And he's basically he's learning kind of trading, and then he's helping me out with some of my emotes, my badges, and whatever. So that's the whole inspiration. So obviously, B for Brady, and then Alice has been my family because I've literally been there since the start. So I'm an OG.
Wow,
I'm literally like the 10th member or whatever OG. So I've been there like a really long time, and so I wanted my A to be the Atlas kind of A.
Yeah, definitely.
And then basically this was brought to life. And then the outline is all about I wanted a way to be able to change up colors. And so, what Van is working on too is we're going to have probably 25 colors, and then we're going to have a lot of emotes for like water bottles and all this other stuff. Because I like to drink water. You do these streams too. anybody who does these streams, just so you all know, right? You need to drink water. Like it's very, very difficult
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk for great. So
Yeah, I literally have
but
3
yeah.
glasses beside me right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I am gonna bounce, but
Yeah.
thank you for having. Thank you everybody for checking out the stream. It's a cool thing like 100.
Whoa!
No, he's gonna be big one day. Like we all start from somewhere, and you'd be surprised, kind of how people end up.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. I'm just here doing my thing, trying to push for partnership. We'll see what happens. This has been my biggest stream yet, so that's great. I really appreciate that. The viewer average is going to be through the roof on this. So I appreciate you, Brady. Thanks for coming on. If you want, you can go ahead and jump out now. You'll probably want to get on with the rest of your day. Tell Mama Brady we all said hi. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. We'll certainly do. Take
All
care.
right,
Bye.
take care. So we'll get the music back on for you guys. That was Brady from Atlas Trading. How awesome was that, right? Man, tell them Brady's link is in the chat. Brady's link is in the chat for Twitch, okay, guys? So go give him a follow. You definitely want to be following Brady on Twitch. Put your notifications on for him. His streams are incredible. I jump in sometimes for 5 minutes and I learn more just from doing that than studying for like 2 hours, right? So absolutely give Brady a follow. You want to subscribe for those badges. Thank you, Sean. Says great stream. First time here. Will be attending again. Let's go. Love to see it. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we? I'm gonna turn up the music and we'll kind of hop in a chat, vibe out, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Saturday. What do you guys think? See you in GMTs as Razor Money. I will see you there. There's support. Thank you, Grand Exchange. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming, Deb. That was a lot of fun. Anytime Deb shows up in stream, it's always like a new record for my stream. Just something that I noticed. All right, see you later, Miguel. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit here. Yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember, guys, I stream every single day, all right? So I'll be on again tomorrow in the afternoon if you want to come on. I'm going to be talking about market conditions a little bit and going over some tickers, some technical analysis, and I think we're going to do some VPA now going forward. We're going to make VPA a big focus on this stream. I really want to dig into that a lot more than I have been. All right, guys, I really, really like that VPA. Okay, so go Leafs, says Alex. Is a Canadian accent a thing? I don't know if it is. Do I have a Canadian accent? I've never heard a Canadian accent before. Go Hawks, says Deb. Let's go. Go Canes. Let me do some shoutouts here, guys. We've got a lot of followers this stream. Holy cow, that's great. Let me do some quick shoutouts before I hop off. Thank you so much, Deb, for all the gifted subs. That's freaking great. Let's go! Woo! Love to see it. Thank you, Deb. With the support. All right. We got, let's see. I just shout these people out before I hop into chat, okay? We got Captain Hook, Gambler, Mary Gems, Zed Dog, Parkeel, Hilo, and Chub Chubs. Thank you for the follows. You are all legendary. All right. This is a lot of fun today, guys. And yeah, just like I said, I stream every single day, so you can catch me tomorrow and through the week. Next week, I'll be doing those live day trading streams that I was talking about. I always wait till 12 o'clock because I hop into Rocky Catch and Bob's stream, and I let him do his thing, and I just don't want to stream at the same time as him. So I will be in my stream at 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Monday to Friday next week, all right? So if you guys are trading and you want to kind of hop in and see what I'm doing, we have a lot of fun here, playing some music and kind of hanging out, right? Did you guys hear him say a boot just now? I did not say a boot just now. There's Rock Catching Bob's Twitch. Deb just posted in the chat. Make sure you're following him as well, okay, guys? That's where literally I learned everything. All right? He's a great, great teacher. He really breaks things down And his YouTube too. Deb, if you want to post Rocket Catching Bob's YouTube, those videos are just packed with all kinds of great knowledge. He really breaks things down, and it's nice because you don't have to watch a 2-hour video from Twitch and kind of look through it, right? He breaks it down in like 10 to 20 minutes. It's a great free little package for you guys to be learning. All right, there's the YouTube link for Rocket Catching Bob. Please give him a subscribe on YouTube if you aren't. It's definitely critical for learning all the basics to intermediate to even advanced levels in trading. All right, traders, you live to do your own thing after a while with RCB. 100% raise your money, 100%. You'll be making your own calls. You know, you want to be the next Zach Morris? This is how you do it, all right? You follow Brady, and you follow Rocket Catching Bob. All right? Okay, traders, I'm going to hop off. I'll crank the music, and I'll be in the chat with you guys for like 10 more minutes. We'll kind of chill out, talk for a little bit, and then we'll wrap up the stream. I will see you guys tomorrow for whoever wants to come back. Thank you guys so much for being here on stream with me today. I love and appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you tomorrow. 100 out!
disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make redemption ever came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came.
You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast. Super fast. Super fast.
You make my heart beat super fast.
What does love feel like? What does love feel like? You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast.
You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat super fast. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat super fast.